Hey everybody out there, it's Pastor John with your Midweek Reflection. I'm sorry I missed last week, but we're back with 1 Peter 2, 1 through 12 this week. And as I was reading yesterday, I started thinking a little bit about the sensuality of the Christian life. Not the sexuality, the sensuality, our senses being engaged in life with God. I was reading this verse. Peter writes, "Like newborn infants, long for the pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow into salvation, if indeed you have tasted that the Lord is good." And that's so central. That's so our gut. Infants just in their gut long for milk, the pure spirit milk. And when we taste the goodness of the Lord. And as I thought about that, my mind was drawn to a pastor in Minnesota by the name of John Piper, and Piper is the proponent of a philosophy called Christian hedonism. Now, hedonism is a philosophy of life that says meaning is found in pleasure. You know, if it's pleasurable, do it, have it, eat it, whatever. That's a whole philosophy of life, and a lot of people follow that. You know, if it brings me pleasure, do it. Christian hedonism, according to Piper, is that we don't, as Christians, have to shut off our desires or our impulse to pursue pleasure. Piper says that yes, pursue pleasure, but just know that the ultimate, deepest, most fulfilling and enduring and eternal pleasure is life in communion with God. That Jesus and the gospel and our communion there is the most pleasurable thing we could chase after in our lives. And in fact, a lot of those other pleasures, if we chase after those apart from God, they're actually going to bring us pain and ultimately leave us empty. And so the question to be thinking about, maybe in preparation for Sunday, is first of all, what brings you pleasure? What would you just say, this is pleasurable, this is something I like to do, I desire to do it, I long to do it? Maybe it's something that you have the hardest time not doing. It takes all your energy to keep away from this particular thing because it brings you so much pleasure and you want it so badly. What are those things in your life that you are really chasing after and desiring? And then the follow-up to that would be, what role does pleasure have in your faith, in the Christian life? A lot of people conceive of the Christian life as the repression of desire and pleasure. And I'm not sure that's in the Bible. We're seeing here, Peter says, long for it. Taste, if you've tasted, if you've experienced the pleasure of God's goodness. So what role does pleasure have in your gospel life that you're living? And do you see that the pleasurableness of God and of the gospel and of life in communion with Christ? So those are some things to think about as you prepare for Sunday. I look forward, as always, to worshiping with you as we live the gospel life together. And in the meantime, may God bless you.